Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ansel Armstrong back again. Now in the new stream room here at the new house. We're finally moved in. Apologies for the lack of content over the last couple weeks or so. Been super busy getting here, moved in, and with work as well. But we're back today talking about August Player of the Month, how you can capitalize on this program to potentially make some stubs, and what our predictions are for what's going to be coming here in this August Player of the Month program. Without any delay, let's hop in. Let's take a look at what the program potentially might look like. Again, this program is going to be a little bit different, especially with all the tops now and all that going on. Let's take a look at what we could be potentially seeing and some investment opportunities. In the past, we've gotten our Player of the Month programs, and they've had the 4 Player of the Month cards plus the Lightning card at the end. That Lightning card clearly is not going to be part of this program, as the Tops Now collection ties into that. However, I do think they are still going to drop up some Player of the Month cards to go along with these Tops Now cards to make it easier for you to get the amount of cards needed for that collection. So we're going to be giving our predictions on those 4 and taking a look at the current marketplace with what's going on, especially with these half-off packs. There is a ton of opportunity for some insane investments to make some really, really good stubs. The first guy we're looking at here, Paul Goldschmidt. He has like a 450 plus on base percentage. His batting average is through the roof as well. His power is a little bit down from where it's been in the past, but there is no doubting the fact that Paul Goldschmidt deserves a better card at some point in the game. He might end up getting a 6 series card, or in this case, what I'm predicting is that he's going to be the first part of that Player of the Month program, get a nice 92, 93 overall card, and kick off that Player of the Month program. It'd be a really good card. Goldschmidt has a great swing. You can never have too many first basemen. They're about a dime a dozen. But if you're looking at an investment standpoint, you got guys like Olsen at 1,100, and then everybody else at quick sell value. And there's not a ton of gold first basemen. So if it does drop with Goldschmidt, and if it's similar to previous months, and you need that those first basemen exchange to advance through the program more quickly, and people are going to be coming up and buying up these cards in bunches, and there is clearly a lot of investment opportunities to be had. There's literally nobody buying Gurriel, Alonso, Hosmer, and Rizzo, which to me says clearly people are not doing too many investments for this August Player of the Month program. Now, of course, a little bit less people playing now with MLB, with Madden and NBA 2K out. A little bit smaller player base, but definitely still going to be people on. Definitely still going to be people playing it. And you're going to see the market be impacted come Friday one way or another based off of your Player of the Month collection, who the Lightning card is, and what all is needed for that. I'm thinking coming in, picking up some of these guys at quick sell is a great investment. Worst case scenario, you know, we like risk-free investments here. If you watched any of our other videos, that's what we like to do. Absolute worst case scenario here, you pick up a bunch of Yuli Gurriels at 1,000 stubs a piece. You don't need them for any sort of exchange collection, whatever. They don't go up in price. You go back through, you quick sell them. You literally can't lose stubs. Next guy we're looking at, he's already an 87 diamond in the game, but Trey Turner's been crushing the ball, and it seems like a lot of people are overlooking that. He's arguably on par with how Tatis has been playing, but he's not getting quite that recognition. He's showing a lot more power this year, hitting for a really high average as well, and he has the speed. Trey Turner is a really, really good player this year. A little outshined by Juan Soto and his fellow shortstop Tatis, but Trey Turner is definitely due for some sort of card upgrade, some sort of flashback legend type card at some point. I'm thinking Trey Turner is going to pick him up one during this Player of the Month program. And again, same thing with first baseman. Outside of Corey Seager, who everyone's predicting to go diamond, that's a pretty fair bet. All of these other gold shortstops are relatively close to quick sell. Everyone from Tim Anderson down is at quick sell. And you have Simmons, Bogarts, and Correa a little bit higher than that, but they're higher overall. They'll have a stronger increase in the market if they are needed for some sort of collection. But again, prime opportunity for investment here. Nobody's really investing for this August Player of the Month right now. So you're going to see, you know, we had a couple of months there where investment payoff was nice, but not anything insane. Whereas the first couple months were absolutely huge investment payoffs because nobody else was investing in it. We're seeing a similar thing here. Not a lot of investments going out. Nobody's banking on this for the Player of the Month program Friday. But if they drop a similar one to what we've had in the past, and you need those exchanges, these cards are going to shoot through the roof if there's a shortstop. You can go ahead and bank on it. Again, another situation, buy them risk-free. You can quick sell them, or pick up a guy like Bogarts for 1,200. You can go through, sell them for 1,850. Plus, we have the pack sale going on right now, so prices are even lower than what they would usually be. So when that pack sale goes away, if you get a bunch of Bogarts, you don't need them, it falls through. When that pack sale goes away, his price will slowly start increasing again. So I think there's a lot of opportunity and potential on that front. So the next guy we're looking at here, maybe a bit of a homer pick as a Rangers fan, but Lance Lynn has been crushing it this year. He has been lights out. He's been dominant. He just pitched 7 innings, 1 run last night against the Angels. Lance Lynn is due for some sort of card at some point. There's a lot of really good pitchers in the league this year. However, when you're looking at player of the month wise, a lot of them already have cards. So basically anyone who has a Topps Now card, I think there's a 0% chance that they get a player of the month card on top of that, because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So guys like Sonny Gray, Shane Bieber already have the Topps Now cards. You have a guy like Darvish, who already has his prime card in the game. And you know, there's a lot of players that are pitching good, but kind of comes down to Lance Lynn and Trevor Bauer were the two names I was splitting in between. Honestly, not a real difference. Kind of a dual prediction here, so to speak, between Lynn and Bauer, or basically some sort of starting pitcher. A lot of dominant pitchers this year. I think we're getting at least one starting pitcher. And again, if you're looking at investment opportunities, you got Morton down to 1,200, Blake Snell at 1,200, Fried at 13, and then everybody else at quick sell. So many opportunities here to pick up guys for cheap, risk-free investments. Another situation, you can't go too wrong. You can even kind of double dip on a guy like maybe Blake Snell. Maybe he puts together a couple good starts, keeps pitching well. Maybe he gets a boost and upgrade and gets up to Diamond, or at least starts getting that hype to where his price gets up to a guy closer to Lamet. As you can see, the hype has boosted his price to 3,600. A couple of good starts with Snell, he could be right up there with it. You kind of double dip, be smart on your investments there, you know, mitigate your risk, diversify what you're going for. You can't lose. And finally, the last guy we're looking at here is Rendon. In spite of the Angels kind of sucking it up a lot this year, one bright spot has been Rendon. He's been crushing it. He's been worth every dollar that the Angels have given him in that contract so far. A little under the radar with how poor the Angels are playing, somewhat overshadowed by Trout out there, but Rendon has been crushing the ball. He's the type of guy who's due for another card at some point. So I think SDS is kind of lean on those more, especially if we're not getting any headliners, so they're not saving any flashbacks or anything like that for those headliners. I think, you know, a guy like Rendon is due for a really good card at some point in time. Why not player of the month? And it's the same situation what we've been seeing. And these gold prices are at quick sell. The pack sell has crushed the market. The market is low, probably as low as it may be all year, certainly before content drops. So these guys are super low, really easy, safe, risk-free investments. If you just want to make some quick stubs, find your way up to Trout. There's a safe way to do it. Again, no guarantees, but I think there's a lot of potential. Again, we're looking at Goldschmidt. We're looking at Trey Turner. We're looking at Lance Lynn, Bauer, some sort of starting pitcher, and Rendon here. So for investment sakes, you're kind of looking at first base. Probably not a bad idea to go on and put on some outfields, because always outfield potential. Starting pitchers, third base, maybe a little second shortstop action as well. Kind of diversify things out. Get things at quick sell. A lot of opportunity to make a ton of subs. Another opportunity here again. This program is going to be a little bit different than what we've had in the past with these Topps Now cards. So let's take a look at those and see how that's going to impact things, how that's going to change up the Player of the Month program. So when we go over to collection, we have these monthly flashback tab here. We click on July and August, and as you can see up there at the top, it says collect the monthly awards and Topps Now cards from July and August to unlock the August Lightning monthly awards player. So one thing to note there, it does say monthly awards and Topps Now. So I wouldn't expect these just be all Topps Now. We'll get those monthly award cards in there, similar to how we've had it in the previous programs, and that'll help you get up to that number. And if you need all 35, you pretty much are going to have every Topps Now card in the game, I believe. At least pretty close. Now, of course, we get maybe one more set of Topps Now, but I think at this point we're going to be into the next month. So This player of the month card, if it's a 99 overall, which I think it will be, and I think it's going to be Tatis. I mean, come on. Who else could it be besides Tatis? I think that's who it's going to be. I think we're looking at a situation where that card's going to cost some stubs. It's probably not going to be free, at least right out the gate. But that also gives you some investment opportunities. If you need all these tops down cards, and again, the collection's for 35, so I wouldn't think that they're going to drop us the lightning card at 20 cards and then have more for stubs and XP. I think it's going to be, you know, at the top. If you come through and you get Tyler Alexander and you sell him for 7,700, now all of a sudden he's needed to get a 99 overall Tatis. Well, you're looking at a card who's no longer worth 7,700 subs. You'd see him probably right out the gate. I would guess 20, 30, 40K, settled down to around 10 to 15 later on before eventually getting back down to 7K at some point in the future. So if you're wanting to just be safe and be ready for the collection on Friday, I'd come through and pick up these tops now, guys. Now, ironically, before that collection drops. Or if you're looking to make some investments, man, you can find some of these guys for cheap. Even as you get down here to the end, a guy like Amed Rosario, only 10K stubs. So you're able to find some of these guys for cheap. Now, they are going to move a little slow since people aren't actively pulling these cards, but you can still come in, be patient with your orders, and they'll definitely go through at some point over time. Now, if you're trying to do the collection, you don't have all the cards off the rip, it's definitely going to be more difficult than previous ones to collect. But again, if they're giving us an in-game card, it makes a little sense that they make it a little bit more difficult to get than just handing out the lightning cards for free as they have been, especially with it being prestigeable and all of that. But with how easy subs are to come by at this point in the game, along with they're probably going to be throwing in some of these tops down packs at Conquest or just for free later on through programs, through inning programs, events, Conquest, whatever. That'll drive back down the price of these cards, similar to what you had with the Trout collection. Right at the start, it was super expensive. A lot of those prices have now kind of leveled back out, and it's not too bad to go after now. So if it comes out on Friday and you need a lot and you don't even have close to what you need, I wouldn't be too intimidated. Just be patient, wait it out, wait for the market to calm down, get some good prices, and I think you'll be fine and having no problem at picking up the Player of the Month card. Definitely going to be a little bit different this month. It's going to impact the market one way or another with this collection, with the potential actual program itself dropping. A lot of moving parts, a lot of different pieces, a lot of newness for this month. Overall, the way that they've handled Player of the Month programs so far have been a huge dub. I have never even gotten a lightning card before this year because they were just so expensive and not worth the time and effort. So I have no doubt that at the end of the day, they're still going to make this accessible, especially for no money spent. They're gonna make it to where you can grind it out. SDS has been killing it on that front this year, no doubt about it. So that does do it for today's video. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this month's Player of the Month program? What do you think it's going to look like? And more importantly, who do you think is going to be in that program and who's going to be that lightning card? If it's not Tatis, which I think we all think it's going to be Tatis, but if it's not, who else could it be besides Tatis that doesn't already have that high diamond card in the game? What else could we be looking at? And if you watched this far, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. 1,700 subs away from 10K subs. I'd love to hit that before MLB 21. And when we do, at 10K subs, house tour coming. We're in the new crib now. We got the new stream room going on. It's mad lit. And we're going to get you all a house tour at 10K subs. So definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button if you have any interest in seeing the crib, seeing what's in the fridge, all that good stuff there. Until next time, though, I'll catch y'all around.